let me be very, very clear. For all of you Democrats out there that swear up and down, I'm some damn Trump supporter because I call it like I see it. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020, and I damn sure ain't gonna vote for him in 2024. And if you really, really want my history, let me take it a step further. I voted for Michael Dukakis versus H.W. Bush, even when he tried to hoodwink everybody and use those Willie Horton ads that ultimately worked for him. I voted for Bill Clinton, not once but twice. I voted for Al Gore. That's the first time I heard about, what is it, leaning chads at the voting booth? Hanging chads, rather. I don't know this stuff, but I voted for Al Gore. Yes, I did. I voted for John Kerry. Yes, I did. And you damn right I voted for Barack Obama, not once but twice. And I voted for Hillary Clinton. And I voted for Joe Biden, despite the crime bill.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about Stephen A. Simp, okay? And one of the reasons why we got to talk about Stephen A. Simp again is because I feel like I am the only conservative commentator who actually has the correct read on Stephen A. Smith when it comes to his politics, okay? And I hate saying stuff like that because I really don't like tooting my own horn, okay? I'm a pretty humble guy. I don't talk about myself much. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm just about work. I'm just about, putting out the content for you guys, putting out as much information as possible in the news. I don't like toot my own horn, okay? But sometimes I have to toot my own horn because I have to show you guys when it comes to certain topics and subjects and reading certain people, Stephen A. Smith, nobody can read him better than me. And the reason why is because I have kept up with Stephen A. Smith for a long, long, long time, okay? And I know exactly the type of individual he is. And one of the situations that showed me the kind of individual Stephen A. Smith is the Colin Kaepernick situation, okay? And in summary, Stephen A. Smith doing the Colin Kaepernick situation, particularly when he was trying to get back in the NFL, okay? And he ended up skipping the NFL combine that they set up for him and then turned around and tried to blame the NFL for it. Tried to boohoo, whine, and cry and claim that he was still being blackballed and yada, 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 racism, whatever, right? Stephen A. Smith is one of the only sports analysts that came out and told the truth about Colin Kaepernick, which was that he doesn't want to play in the NFL anymore. It is clear and obvious that he is not trying to get back in the NFL. He's pretending like he's being blackballed in order to continue to promote this idea that he's some type of victim, to sell Nike paraphernalia and to continue his woke grift. Now, Stephen A. Smith got a whole lot of backlash from the woke revolutionaries to the point where they essentially took away his black card and gave it to Max Kellerman, or shall I say Marx Kellerman, his co-host on First Take at the time. I mean, you had Terrell Owens go on First Take and basically claim that Max Kellerman, who's a white man, was blacker than Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith did not share the right opinion on the Colin Kaepernick situation. Now, what did Stephen A. Smith do after that situation? Well, that's when he took his race hustling to a whole new level, okay? You guys wonder why Stephen A. Smith always plays the race card on ESPN and First Take. It's quite literally because he's being told that, hey, on certain topics, on certain issues, you have to stand up for black players, right? Why is Stephen A. Smith so passionate about playing the race card and the race narrative when it comes to black coaches and racism and, all this and that? Well, it's because he's always trying to prove his blackness to the mob, okay? And when I saw that happen, okay, watching the development of Stephen A. Smith, it really showed me the type of individual that he is, okay? He is the type of individual that is a part of the go along to get along gang. He seems like the type of person that will stick his neck out and to try to be different, but ultimately he's always going to fall back in line with what his handlers want him to do. And that's exactly what's happening with this situation when it comes to Trump in politics. Because like I told you guys, there are a lot of people that are coming out here and saying, oh, Stephen A. Smith is waking up. Stephen A. Smith might be a Trump supporter. He might vote for Trump. He's going off on Democrats. Yeah, Stephen A. is talking bad about Democrats, okay? He's going off on Democrats, but it's because he wants Democrats to win. Stephen A. Smith is a Democrat. He is pretending to be some type of enlightened centrist whose vote can be obtained by either side of the aisle, who's open-minded, okay, who's sophisticated in his politics, but it's not true. He's not. Okay, he's woke and he's a lefty, right? He's a lefty, okay? Make no mistake about it, just like Charlemagne the God. Okay, he's definitely not as progressive as Charlemagne, but he's a lefty, okay? And his criticism of Democrats is coming from a place of wanting to help Democrats win. It's not coming from a place of wanting Trump to win or him being some type of closet conservative that's going to wake up. No, it's not that. Okay, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. In this video right here of Stephen A. Smith responding to Democrats in the mainstream liberal media, giving him backlash for admitting the obvious, which is that Trump's bloodbath comments were taken out of context. Because, again, it was so obvious what he was talking about in the mainstream liberal media, going on and on and on, trying to pretend like Trump was calling for political violence. Again, it's so ridiculous, so obviously ridiculous, that even a Trump-deranged individual like Stephen A. Smith can see that is BS, right? So, without further ado, I want to react to Stephen A. Smith's reaction to the backlash that he's getting, because, again, it's going to prove my point to you guys. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
I want to take a moment to get into a little politics, because there was a website called The Spun that released an article about me, and it was entitled, quote, Stephen A. accuses the media of being unfair to Donald Trump. The subject of the article was a post, essentially one that I tagged to a video that was released by Elon Musk on a speech that Trump was giving the other day. And when I responded and tagged Elon Musk's video, here is what I said. Based purely on this video, if it is accurate, then it would be true. It seems real Donald Trump's words were taken out of context. Reading the headlines, I've read, fair is fair. The fact of the matter is, when you watch the headlines talking about Donald Trump, they were mischaracterizing his comments. Yes, he said what he said, but it was taken completely out of context because he was talking about the auto industry and business with China and how if he's not elected, it's going to be problematic in terms of doing business with China as it pertains to the auto industry. I don't take it back. I ain't backing up 1 inch. What the hell is going on here? Let me tell y'all something. I'm really getting sick and tired of people mischaracterizing my quotes. This is the beauty of having my own platform and saying what I want to say and what I need to say, only for the perspective of quoting me accurately and contextualizing what I say accurately. Then do what you want. But any given time that I want to, when you mischaracterize what I say, I'm going to come back at your ass. That's what I'm going to do. Let me be very, very clear. For all of you Democrats out there that swear up and down, I'm some damn Trump supporter because I call it like I said. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020, and I damn sure ain't going to vote for him in 2024.
Wow. So again, this is the guy that you got some conservatives. Yeah, it's just so funny to me because I was saying this a long time ago, right? You got some conservatives coming out here trying to pretend that Stephen A. Smith is some type of closet conservative, right? Like he's actually going to support Trump. And I've been telling you guys the whole time, I was like, no. You're misreading him, okay? You're not reading him correctly, okay? You guys don't understand who Stephen A. Smith is, okay? He may see the truth. He may want to support Trump, but he will never be able to publicly come out here and to announce that I am going to vote for Trump or that he supports Trump. Otherwise, he will be out of a job. 100%. Right? And again, the reason why I know this is because I remember the time where Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, I think they was on the same team. I forget exactly which team they were on, right? But they needed a new head coach, okay? And Stephen A. Smith got upset with them because they chose to hire somebody that was not black to be their head coach. Now, Stephen A. Smith got upset because he admitted on national television that players like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant were getting into his ear, telling him that he needs to speak out more on why black coaches aren't getting hired in the NBA, okay? And that's why he was putting his neck out there for black coaches. Again, not because he thought it was an actual real issue himself, but because he was being told by other people that you need to come out here and make this issue. You need to say this. You need to speak up when it comes to black issues. Again, ever since the Colin Kaepernick situation, Stephen A. Smith has felt the need to do this. And again, this is how I know. This is how I know that Stephen A. Smith is not some type of closet conservative. He's not a Trump supporter. He doesn't have the stones to come out here and to say that he supports Trump. He doesn't have the unmitigated gall to do that, right? Using his favorite phrase. He's not going to do that. Now, again, that's not to say he won't vote for Trump. I don't know. But, I mean, if I had to guess, being that I believe that he lives in New York City, I think the best that we can hope for is that he doesn't vote for Biden. But I definitely don't think he's going to vote for Trump. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. Because he's basically trying to prove now to the mob that, no, I'm not a Trump supporter. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for him in 2020. And I damn sure, okay, emphasis, damn sure not going to vote for him in 2024. Despite all the things that he's saying about the border, okay, about the hypocrisy of the Democrats, about the BS from the mainstream liberal media, about how Trump is beating them despite the political indictments, he's still coming out here and saying that he damn sure is not going to vote for Trump. That's how Trump deranged this guy is. That's how much of a puppet this man is. He feels the need to defend himself from the mob because he may be outed and smeared as a Trump supporter. Instead of standing on his opinion, no. He can't just stand on his opinion. He has to please the mob the same way that he did with the woke revolutionaries when it came to the Kaepernick situation. Instead of standing on the fact that, hey, Colin Kaepernick is a scam artist. He's conning y'all. No. He can't do that. He has to come out here and say, oh, no, Colin Kaepernick was blackballed and he's facing racism and, yada, 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 yada. He has to do the tap dance, right? Because he's trying to walk the fine line, okay? He wants to be a part of the club, okay? He's one of these Don Lemon type of characters. He wants to be a part of the club, okay? So anytime he comes out here and he tries to do anything that may fall out of line with the establishment, he gets a little bit of backlash for it. He's going to come out here and prove, no, you guys don't understand. I'm still on your team. You're misreading me. You're taking me out of context, right? Listen.
And if you really, really want my history, let me take it a step further. I voted for Michael Dukakis versus H.W. Bush, even when he tried to hoodwink everybody and use those Willie Horton ads that ultimately worked for him. I voted for Bill Clinton, not once, but twice. I voted for Al Gore. That's the first time I heard about, what is it, leaning chads at the voting booth? Hanging chads, rather. I don't know this stuff, but I voted for Al Gore. Yes, I did. I voted for John Kerry. Yes, I did. And you damn right I voted for Barack Obama, not once, but twice. And I voted for Hillary Clinton. And I voted for Joe Biden, despite the crime bill.
Wow. Did you guys just hear this guy? This guy just said that he's been voting Democrat his whole life. He's been voting against Republicans his whole life. But again, he's some type of enlightened centrist, right? He calls it like he sees it. He's fair. He's down the middle. He's a closet conservative. He's going to support Trump. Why am I laughing? Well, the reason why I'm laughing is because we can't get fooled by these people, guys. People like Stephen A. Smith, he's not Joe Rogan. He doesn't have the cojones to come out here and to actually say that he may vote for Trump. Okay, I don't even think Joe Rogan is all the way there, but he's basically there, right? That's a real enlightened centrist. That's the person you actually should be paying attention to when it comes to, okay, is this person going to vote for Trump? Because I think that he represents somebody that can be swayed. Stephen A is not somebody that can be swayed. Stephen A is a guy that, even though he knows that it's probably not in his best interest to vote for Joe Biden, at least not in the country's best interest, he's going to vote for Joe Biden anyways. He's going to vote for Joe Biden anyways. Because he's too concerned about being a part of the club. Okay? He's going to vote Democrat no matter what. And again, it's frustrating because guys like him are the reason why this country is in the condition that it's in, because he knows better, but yet he just votes Democrat anyways, regardless. He's just going to do it. But again, this is how sad of an individual he is, right? Again, this is pathetic. He gets a little bit of backlash from Democrats who say, oh, well, Stephen A might be a Trump supporter because, again, he tells the truth about certain things. That, hey, lawfare against Trump ain't working. Hey, you guys are taking Trump out of context. I mean, just basic truths. I mean, like, come on. I mean, you don't need to be a Trump supporter to say these things, to state basic and obvious facts. Just that little bit of pushback. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020. And I damn sure ain't vote for him in 2024. I voted for Michael Dukakis. I voted for Bill Clinton. I voted for Al Gore. I voted for John Kerry. I voted for Barack Obama twice. I voted for Hillary. I voted for Biden. Y'all don't understand. I'm Democrat for life. That's how pathetic this guy is. That's how pathetic he is. He feels the need to prove to Democrats that I'm still on your team. But you got people out here saying that, oh, Stephen A is waking up and he might support Trump and, he might be a conservative. Nonsense. Ludicrous. Again, guys like Stephen A. Smith are the people that you should point at and say, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are the type of man that does not have the balls to do the right thing for this country. You're the type of man that's the reason why this country is in a state of chaos, because you know better. You know better, but you come out and you vote for destruction and chaos anyways, despite knowing better. That's the real criticism of Stephen A. Smith. Again, this guy's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Okay, I know the type of individual he is. That's why this doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised by this. You got to learn how to read these people, bruh. He will always go along with what his handlers tell him to do. He just pretends like he's a free thinker. He's not. He's not. He's mentally enslaved. 100%. 100%.
Leading to mass incarceration for minorities in this country, although it was entirely his fault because you had the Congressional Black Caucus pushing him to do it. But he bragged about how it was his bill until it wasn't politically expedient for him to do so. I've been voting for Democrats, but hey, I'm a fair-minded individual. And when Republicans make sense, I'm going to give them credit for it. When they're right about something, I'm going to give them credit for it. There's plenty of Republicans other than Trump that I would have voted for, and I wouldn't have apologized for it because I don't happen to disagree with every conservative policy.
Do you really believe that? The guy that's been voting Democrat all his life, he didn't even vote for Mitt Romney, right? He didn't vote for Mitt Romney. He didn't vote for John McCain. He didn't vote for Bush, okay? Passed up on the Bushes twice, right? This guy's now telling you all of a sudden, well, I would have voted Republican if it wasn't for Trump. Bro, you can't vote for Republicans even if you wanted to, bruh. Again, you don't have the cojones. You couldn't do it even if you wanted to. This is so funny to me, man. It really is.
But just so we're clear, I'm a fiscal conservative and I am a social liberal.
I'm a fiscal conservative and a social liberal. You just a liberal, bruh. You just a liberal. Come on, bruh. Start with these games. Right? Start with these games. Where's your handler, Stephen A? Where's your handler? Okay? Because they whipping you back in line. It's easy to get you back in line, brother. Easy. Easy.
Unapologetic about it. What does that have to do with y'all not telling the truth? See, at the end of the day, let's just call it what it is. Trump is handing it to y'all. All you Democrats out there are walking around acting like it's somebody else's fault that in the year 2024, you're begging a soon-to-be 82-year-old incumbent to run for re-election and win for you because you haven't had a damn soul that can take them. 4 indictments, 91 counts, 2 impeachments, civil suits against them, elevating above $400 million. And he is whipping y'all ass. That is a fact. He secured the GOP nomination. You got him ahead in all the polls as we speak. You've got him elevated, according to the polls, in a world of Hispanics and blacks, more so than ever before. Not to say that those numbers are going to be exorbitant, but it'll be just enough to get him reelected. And because I'm sitting here and pointing out to you that you're getting in your own way by trying to fabricate or embellish stories in such a fashion where you could easily get caught, exposed for your miscalculations or your flat out lies, and something that he is going to use to his advantage to get reelected. I'm wrong. I'm wrong because I'm calling out how you don't know how to beat him. That's the problem. I'm no political aficionado.
Obviously not, right? Obviously not. You don't have to state the obvious, Stephen A. Come on now.
But I've been on the record saying I'd love to go against Trump in a debate.
And you lose, right? You lose, just like everybody else. That's where the delusion comes in.
You know how embarrassing that is that I could say that? Because he beat y'all. You can't beat him. You can't beat him. You're trying everything. You're engaging in lawfare. You keep coming up with stuff, it's Russian collusion 1 minute. It's civil cases the next. We got a district attorney in the state of New York going after him for paying hush money to a former porn star. You really think that's going to stop him from getting reelected? You've got tens of millions of people who are already on the record saying they would vote for him if he were a convicted felon and put in a zebra suit and behind bars. And the best you could do is say Stephen A. Smith is supporting him, is coming to his defense. That's the best you can do because I'm pointing out how something's not going to work. Newsflash. He is taking it to y'all in such a way that it's become a bit embarrassing. It's that simple. Not only is he taking out DeSantis and Nikki Haley and Chris Christie and Vivek Ramaswamy, he's also taking out President Biden before our very eyes. The momentum keeps dissipating. I'm not happy about that because I believe that...
Obviously not. Obviously you're not happy about that, which I've been telling you guys the whole time. Now he's just coming out and saying it. Exactly what I told you. This is how he thinks, okay? Again, it's Stephen A. Smith. I got this man on lock, okay? I got this man on lock, okay? I know exactly how I know this man's psychology. I know him better than he knows himself.
The Trump presidency could potentially cause civil war in this country. That's my personal belief.
Trump deranged, right? Trump derangement. Off the charts. Off the charts.
Based on his behavior, because I believe he will be on a vengeance tour. And he won't be governing. He'll be exacting revenge instead of being presidential and being the leader of the free world for all of America. That's my belief. But that does not mean I'm not going to point out when you're doing something that's to your detriment that is not going to lead to beating him. The truth is the truth. He's smoking the dams right now.
Yeah, so you guys get this. You guys get this, right? You guys get what he's saying. Okay, he's upset with Democrats because their strategy is not working, right? They've tried everything according to him, except there's one strategy that they haven't tried, which is just to stop talking about Trump. I honestly think that the only way to beat Trump is just don't talk about him, right? If you just don't cover him, then a lot of the hype will probably die down. But it's the fact that these people can't help but talk about Trump 24/7. That's why he keeps winning. But they're too stupid to realize that. They don't even understand that, okay? But what you can see here, again, I'm just playing this video because I want people to understand. When you see somebody do commentary on Stephen A., and they try to pretend like Stephen A. is waking up, right? That he's a conservative. He might support Trump. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, right? They don't understand Stephen A. They don't really understand these type of liberals / Democrats, right? Especially the black ones like him that, again, they know better, right? They know better. They understand that, Democrats and their policies, a lot of them are bad for this country, but they just can't stop voting for Democrats anyways, right? Because they'll find some reason in their head to justify voting for Democrats over the Republican. And it doesn't matter who it is. He claimed that it was because of Trump, I would have voted for another Republican. But Stephen A. just showed us that his history of voting has been nothing but Democrat, right? But he wants us to believe that somehow that would have changed if Trump wasn't the GOP nominee. Nonsense. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.